Okay, so let's take it back from the top of the show a little bit. We're talking about Louisville. I'm going to let you pick up. You were talking about, hey, they're in the mix now. Robbie Washington, Bobby Washington, two Miami commits. Couple names to know if you're a Louisville fan. Remind us why.
Yeah, I mean Louisville. Look, I think that they have some brand recognition down in South Florida in the 305, and they are recruiting very well. NIL is playing, I think, a little bit of a factor of this. So we'll see what happens. I think it's not going to be easy to pull the Washington Twins away from Miami, but it sounds like there's at least some type of mutual interest, and that could lead to a visit. And I do think if Scott Satterfield and his staff were able to get Robbie Washington, that's a big win for him. Remember, they were linked heavily to Nathaniel Joseph after that top 247 wide receiver decommitted from Clemson. Everyone thought Miami, then Louisville was in there, and he ended up picking Miami. But, man, if they were able to add Bobby Washington and Robbie Washington, that would certainly make up for missing out on Nathaniel Joseph down in the 305.
That would be a big one. Louisville certainly off to a hot start in South Florida, also doing a great job on the West Coast as well in California. But, Drew, let's keep it moving here. Let's talk about the Oyster Boys legend that is Hykeem Williams, one of the most highly sought out receivers in the country, a top 32 player for us. What's the latest with him?
He's going to make a commitment 5 weeks from now. He's going to do it on CBS Sports HQ. We've talked about the 6 schools he is down to. He's going to take 2 or 3 visits when things open back up in the month of September. We know he's going to be at the Miami Texas A&M game out in College Station. He's also going to get to Pittsburgh to see them play Tennessee the week before that. But it'll be interesting to figure out where he goes Labor Day weekend. It sounds like he could go to Miami's home opener, which would mark the first game of the Mario Cristobal era, or he could even get up to Atlanta for Georgia's game against Oregon. And I actually ran into Hykeem Williams over the weekend. The big development with him is he told me after he makes this commitment here in a few weeks, he's not really shutting things down. It sounds like he's still planning to take some visits. He has told me that he has some stuff in place. Didn't want to share what exactly it was. But my big takeaway is, yeah, he's going to announce a commitment, but this is far from over. And I thought that was going to be the case all along. I thought this is one that's going to go well into December and potentially even into February if he decides not to enroll early. Still like Texas A&M, but keep an eye on Pittsburgh, keep an eye on Florida State, and then you always can't sleep on Georgia.
We've touched on this a couple of times with Hykeem Williams and his kind of timeline in terms of when he would commit. Sounds like he's going to keep things open even with a verbal commitment. I got my eye on Miami. I think, Drew, me and you are probably going to be down in Fort Lauderdale come December. I think this is going to be a guy that we'll probably be talking about come that time. But, Drew, one more guy, top 247 receiver, Ayden Williams. It sounds like he's closing in on a decision as well.
Yeah, he's going to announce a commitment on August 21st, and that's certainly notable because Ayden had told us at the Future 50 that he wanted to take some visits during the season. He just spent some time at Ole Miss the last weekend of July, and I'm getting to the point where I'm about to enter a crystal ball pick in for the Rebels to land Ayden Williams, an in-state talent. Cooper, I know you're a big fan of this guy, but to me, I mean, he would be a welcomed addition in Oxford, and that program has churned out some notable wide receivers, A.J. Brown, DK Metcalf, and I think those two guys are playing a little bit of a role in this in terms of why Ayden Williams is so attracted to the folks in Oxford and at Ole Miss. He knows he can come in, play early, be a wide receiver that potentially makes the NFL one day. So Tennessee, LSU's in there, South Carolina's in there, but I like Ole Miss for Ayden Williams less than a week before he announces a commitment.
Yeah, why not Ole Miss if you're Ayden Williams either? I mean, they throw the ball around a lot. Certainly two talented quarterbacks as well in Luke Altmaier and Jackson Dart. And then you got Marcel Reed coming in, the Tennessee native as well. So a good situation for Ayden Williams if that is the direction that he wants to go.